Hello everyone, welcome back to another BTD Battles mobile episode, and in today's episode I'm going to be showing you guys how to win most of your games in Ceramic Crucible. So before you comment down below like, oh yeah, I'm already a pro at this game, I don't need to watch this shit, you know. So before anyone comments that, this video is meant to be for the newer players of this game and not that experienced yet. And yeah, that's just it. And before I start this video, shout out to John for helping me make this video possible. I'll link his channel in the description down below, so if you're interested in that, check him out. He made a video on how to use Ninja, so check that out if you're interested in that. And without further ado, let's start the video. So in today's episode, I'm going to be just demonstrating how to beat the most common strategies used in Ceramic Crucible, which is Ninja Wizard combinations, Cobra, Boomer, Village, NG Wizard, and Dart from Wizard, of course. And in all of these games, I'm going to be using Dart from Chipper. And I'm not going to be using my 4th tower, so don't worry if I get a lucky 4th tower and win. That's not going to happen. And that's basically it. And just a quick note, not all of these rushes will work. Of course they will work sometimes, but it all depends on the situation and how the game is playing out. So if this rush doesn't work in your game, don't comment down any hate, but I'm just gonna show you 1 or 2 simple rushes you can do to exploit these combinations or loadouts. So yeah, let's start with the video. Alright, so first off, how to beat Ninja Wizard loadouts. So efficient balloons on beating these loadouts are BFBs, regen LEDs, and regen balloons in general, Moabs, and that's it. And there are other balloons as well, of course. Depending on the situation, you can send what you think is most effective against the combination. So how to exploit Wizard. If there's only 1 wizard on the screen and it's like round 8, you can send regen whites, and that will cause your opponent to boost most likely. So that's one of his boosts down, and if he's stupid, he'll use his boost round 4 as well, so that's really good for you. And if you go against a guy that over defends, like for example he puts down like 5 Blunjitsu ninjas around 15, do not rush soon. What you want to do instead is go greedy and farm a lot. So try to get out of your factory as soon as possible if your opponent is going over defensive. So if he's not going over defensive and he's actually going greedy for eco and all those stuff, which is not really likely because they tend to defend instead of like rushing you, if that makes sense. So if they actually don't defend a lot, what you can do is you can send regrow LEDs, and that will exploit the wizard, because if there's only 1 wizard on the screen at once, it will not deal with the regrow LEDs soon enough, and they will eventually overrun him. So it all depends on the situation, and you can, like for example, if it's like round 20, you can send like a BFB, and that may kill him or may not. And if it doesn't, you can send fast cooldown BFBs at round 22, but most likely you will kill him because these players are of course not that experienced. So let's get into the next loadout. Another strat a lot of people like to use is Cobra, Boomer, and Village. So if you're wondering why people like to use this strategy, it's because of the Boomerang and the Village. So what the Village will do is it will help all your stuff detect camo. That's because Cobras and Boomerang can't detect camo. So with the Village it can detect camo, and with the Village, all of the towers, so like for example the Cobra and the Boomer will pop another layer of balloons. So for example, I send like a few sets of green balloons at my opponent, and instead of only popping 1 layer, the ricochet glaive will pop 2 layers. So like I send some green balloons, it will pop it with only 1 boomerang throw. It can pop 2 layers, so it'll instantly become a red. So that's what makes this strategy so good, but it can be easily exploited with Moabs. So how to beat this strategy? First off, go as greedy as you can. So before your opponent starts blue adjusting you, you want to be as greedy as you can and get up as many farms as possible. I know this sounds a bit weird, but it's what you need to do to beat these people. And like at round 10, instead of getting up a chipper for the lead detection, you want to get up a juggernaut. That's pretty self-explanatory, and I don't think I need to explain why. So just get up 4 jugs. When your opponent starts blue adjusting, get up 4 jugs and set them to last. It all depends on the map. Sometimes you don't need to set them to last, but if it's something like steps or battle sands, you can put them like around the loop there and set them to last, and it will shoot down the straight line where the balloons come from. So that's really effective against balloon adjustment, and that's because juggernauts actually do 2 times damage or more to ceramics, and ceramics can be really deadly sometimes. And just get up 4 jugs, and you want to get up your factory as soon as possible, and you don't want to under defend. You want to get up your factory when you know your defense can hold off against the pesky cobras, and after that only will you get up your factory. And what you can do is you can send a Moab at round 19. Don't send it at round 18, send it at round 19 instead. And what this will do is your opponent will boost, and as in boost I mean use his battle energy, which is the monkey thing down there. If you don't know already, he uses his boost, and the boost takes 30 seconds to recharge. And what this will do is your opponent will boost at round 19, and at round 20 he will not have his boost back. And what you can do is you can spam fast cooldown Moabs, like the Moabs beside the BFB at round 20. Those are fast cooldown Moabs, and you want to spam those. And what this will do is your opponent will eventually get overrun and die. So this is really effective. It works most of the time when you're facing Cobra Boomer village users. And if they actually defend this, which is highly impossible, what you can do is you can just outlast them, until you have like 5 factories. And what you can do is you can send infinite Zone My Gods, and eventually they will die. So let's move on to the next one. So another common strategy you will be seeing in Ceramic Crucible is Engineer, Wizard, and something else. It may be Super Monkey or Farm, it all depends. And if you actually face a smart player, what they would do is they would get up a 3-0 Wizard, which is the Summon Whirlwind Wizard. And what that would do is it will push the balloons behind, and they will get up a balloon trap as well at where the balloons start. So what this will do is, if you send them regrow, the wizard will actually blow the balloons back to the balloon trap, and it will just keep repeating this until all the balloons are gone. And it's actually quite effective. I didn't know this until I all out rushed them once, and it failed horribly. So just a heads up, do not all out rush these people. If you face these smart people, do not all out rush them. They can defend it. So that just a heads up. And although it may seem easy to exploit them with all out rushes, it's not. So how to beat them? You can use BFBs and Moabs, and maybe even camels if you're lucky. And by if you're lucky, I mean like if he doesn't have the wizard down, and you can just spam camels. And because the engineer actually can't see camel without cleansing foam, so once you like spam camels, and by camels I mean a lot of camels, the cleansing foam will eventually run out. And during the time that it takes to like respawn the cleansing foam, some camels will go through, and maybe this will kill him if you are really lucky. But you can send BFBs at him, or if you face some stupid players that will all rush you, you can just buy a fan club as always. And let's move on to the next one. Alright guys, so the last combination you'll be seeing really commonly is Dart from Wizard, and a lot of people use this strategy. It's so common that I get frustrated when I see Dart from Wizard users. But usually they get up like 2 farms and they all out rush you around 13. So if they don't do this and they actually farm wisely and actually keep up with you on farming and don't rush that often, which is really rare because Ceramic Crucible players are obviously not that experienced. But if you actually found an experienced one, what you can do is you can kill them with round 13 to 19 rushes, Moabs, BFBs, group BFBs, ZOMGs, and yeah, that's it. But if you send them like group BFBs, I don't think they can even kill them before even send ZOMGs, because Dart from Wizard is actually really weak against Moab class balloons. But you can really defeat Moab class balloons like BFBs and Moabs with fan club. So if you actually face an experienced player that actually knows to use fan club, they can defeat those Moab class balloons that are like not grouped, like single Moabs and single BFBs, or even group Moabs. They can defeat those easily. So what you can do is you can send them group BFBs, the round 22 ones, which is beside the ZOMG. You can send like 5 or 6, and usually that will kill them if they don't have ace or chipper as their 4th tower. But if they do, it's gonna be quite frustrating, and you might have to outlast them and send them ZOMGs, but that's really rare. And yeah, that's it. If you guys are still here, thank you so much for the support, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next episode, I guess.
I was not ready to falling like I'm wasted. My heart grows heavy. Don't taste me rushing and keep your words naked.